rained out again. We went back to Camp Phoenix this morning and waited for a helicopter, hoping the weather would clear up enough to get a ride, but it actually just got worse. That beautiful sunny day we had yesterday turned to cold, wet rain today. Now when we started this project, one of the questions we had was whether we could even make it through all the RCs in 30 days. I think we just about have that question answered. Although we would like to make it through in 30 days, that is not the main goal of the project. The main goal is to show you the people and places of Afghanistan, to help you understand what a counterinsurgency is, and how coin is changing the way people do business here. We want to help you see the culture and history of the Afghan people, as well as give them a voice to the world. Now, because of the weather situation here and out east, we're going to try to head out west tomorrow and make east our last stop. Sometimes, along with patience, you have to be flexible. Now, with that in mind, I took a walk over to the hospital on base. About 2 weeks into my tour here, I gave myself a concussion by whacking my head into the side of my bunk bed as I tried to get up in the morning. Not a crowning achievement to write home about, but nevertheless, that's part of my story here. The hospital is run by the French, with a staff representing at least 5 other nations. Day 24 starts right now.
Yes, what the people have to understand is that the NATO army, the NATO nations, countries that we are here for the peace in Afghanistan. And it's difficult to understand that we do war for the peace, but it's the reality here, I think so.
And help explain that a little bit. How does, because this is war, but really it's a counterinsurgency.
Yes,
and
sure.
How is that different?
Yes, in a war, classic war, we know the enemy, and we have very well identified enemy. Under counterinsurgency, the enemy is between the populations, and it's very difficult for the soldiers every day to fight against insurgents, because it's difficult for them to do the difference between populations and the enemies. And that's the reason why there is, I think civilian casualties, and we understand the need for the chief to reduce if it's possible, civilian casualties, but we have to understand too that it's very difficult for the soldiers to do this difference and to protect them, do their job without civilian casualties, and it's very difficult for them.
Can you tell me a story about an Afghan that you've treated?
Oh, we have a lot of story. There is unfortunately bad story and good story. What I remember immediately, it's a bad story. But we received a little child, which was 9 years old, and we was in very bad clinical status. His weight was 18 kilograms only for 9 years. Okay, and he has already have a treatment for tuberculosis without effect. So our challenge was to increase his clinical status and nutrition, and to try to do a precise diagnosis to increase his life. Unfortunately, the complications comes, and he has a pneumothorax in his left lung. We need to put a chest tube and other conditions, and after 2 weeks, unfortunately, he died from his very bad clinical status. So for all the team, it was a very bad event, and so it's what I think about now.
Do you understand your role in the counterinsurgency?
Yes, of course. Our role is to support the soldiers first. It's the most important mission that we have to do. But secondly, is to do its mission towards the Afghan civilian, to be to for they understand that we are here for them too.
What do you think is the first thing you're going to do when you get back to France?
Oh, I don't know still, but I'll take my children and my wife and in my arms and I kiss them surely.
Christophe later explained the French are also training Afghan doctors back at his home station. This way, when the time comes for the French to leave Afghanistan, the Afghans will have the talent and skills needed to take care of their own. Join us tomorrow as we continue 30 days through Afghanistan.